Hello, I am B. Madhusudan and our project idea revolves around the design and fabrication of a collapsible support structure for a sun shield which could be used in a space telescope. The aim of the project is to contribute in the development of space telescopes which could be packed into the payload section of the rocket and later be deployed into the orbit as and when required, thus saving enormous cost and man-hours invested in the deployment of space telescopes into the orbit. The upcoming clipping shows a conceptual designs of the James Webb Telescope, which is designed headed by NASA. Now, I would request you to carefully observe the silver sheet stacked structure at the bottom of the James Webb Space Telescope.
Hello, I'm Abhilash Nair, and what I have here with me is the primary part of our prototype, the collapsible truss. Now, what makes this setup so special? What makes it collapsible? Well, I wouldn't blame you if this setup reminded you of a collapsible gate of an elevator or a pantograph. Well, there's basically a condition which dictates whether a structure is collapsible or not. Notice the number of joints in the setup and the number of members. This setup has 7 joints and 8 members. Now the condition states that the effect of the number of joints must supersede the effect of the number of members of the setup so as to ensure that the setup remains in a collapsible configuration. So in this setup you have 7 joints and 8 members. But the effect of the 7 joints supersedes the effect of the 8 members of the setup, which is why this truss is collapsible. Now notice the 4 key joints of this truss which facilitate a smooth collapse. So you have the top and bottom joints which lie along the axis of symmetry, which I am trying to project with my hand. These 2 joints facilitate the collapse of the truss, whereas these 2 sliding joints over here facilitate movement over the vertical line which lies parallel to the axis of symmetry which I had described earlier. Now what happens when I install a spring into this truss? Well, let's try it. So what you can observe, the truss is actually collapsing, but the spring is resisting the collapse. It tries to restore it to its original configuration. So it is this essence of a spring-loaded truss which we try to utilize for our project.
Most salient feature about our collapsible truss model is the ease of fabrication. As you can see, most of the features on our collapsible model, like the sliding joint and the riveting, they were fabricated using the college engineering workshop machines. For example, the universal milling machine was used to make the slots for the sliding joints on the vertical member. Later, for riveting the joints together, the radial drilling machine was used. Now, before securing all the members, we made sure that the washers were placed to isolate the sliding motion, so that there is no occurrence of friction between any of the members. Later, the sliding members were secured by using a brass knuckle bolt. The mechanism consists of a collapsible truss structure, as you can see in here. Now, 5 such truss structures are arranged around a central hub in a pentagonal manner, thus giving you the support structure for a collapsible sun shield.
Right. So over here we have the central hub for a prototype. The central hub is 25 centimeters in diameter and 2 feet in length. The hub serves the purpose of housing the various subsystems and the satellite bus of the Space Telescope. Around the hub will be placed the 5 truss assemblies. The external casing of the hub serves as the rigid support for the 5 truss assemblies that are arranged around it. Good morning, this is Abhilash Nair, and this is the model, the 1:2 scale model made by Madhusudan, my project partner, and me for our final year project design and fabrication of a deployable sun shield for the Space Telescope. As you can see over here, the 1:2 model is supported by a pile of bricks so as to ensure free movement of the vertical support members. The steel wire over here is to ensure that the truss members, which form the integral part of the design, stay compressed for the required amount of time. The trusses here are spring loaded so as to ensure that the truss members can come back to its original configuration once the wire is removed. To see how this thing works, I will demonstrate cutting up the wire, after which the model will retain its original expanded configuration. And this is the model in its expanded configuration. Thank you.
You may have observed the steel wire was used to bind the trusses and a plier was used to cut the steel wire. But when it is deployed in the space, a conventional space technology known as a pyro cutter shall be used to cut the steel wire. The pyro cutter is a conventional space technology in the sense that it's a micro explosive which provides a time-bound cutting action for the steel wire. To summarize our presentation, we would like to present the salient features and the advantages of our truss-based model. First up, upon testing the prototype model, we have seen a 167% increase in the span, thus fulfilling the original design criteria which we set out for the model. This is from the Indian Space Research Organization. The maximum payload capacity that can be used in the payload section is 65%. But when we tested our prototype model, it seemed to occupy only 47%. Thus, we observed an 18% savings in the volume occupied by the payload.